sometimes.
Oh, so there is hackers in this game, you're saying?
Yeah, it will. They kicked it.
Alright, are we streaming? No, alright, we're live. Okay. What's up, everybody? I'm YoKo for YoKo Gaming, and today we'll be talking about the changes for Cuisine Royale that you guys wanted. This is coming from Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, maybe not Instagram, Reddit, and every other post. And I offered what I would like to see changed. I also talked to some of the devs, and I seen and was allured to some things that might happen or change for the new season, right? But that's really not that important because that could be subject to change. Yo, Hardware following! Yo, Hardware, get in this Discord, boy. We'll be joined by Hardware, so that's great. Hardware! What's up, BB? Alright, Hardware. I've posted a bunch of questions to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, all the socials, and about what they want in the new season. And they've came up with like some crazy things, and then I talked to some inside people, some nice devs. A bunch of them wouldn't say nothing. But a couple of them did tell me some things that were coming, and I think that would be exciting to share with everybody. What do you think?
Yeah, nice, bro.
Right?
Thanks for
Alright, so the first thing I'll say is that I started off the post with the one thing that I wanted to change was ranked, right? I think everyone who streams or takes this game somewhat serious knows that ranked is in a state where you work your ass off to get top diamond, right? And it's not too hard to get to diamond, but to get top 100 in any of thing, and then to stay there is pretty hard because
it's like up 60-50. It's like sucks always with the rank.
Yeah, because you spend like 10 hours, right, beating 1,000 people, and then you lose immediately, like in 30th place or something, and you're immediately dropped down like 1,000 ranks.
True.
So it's like,
it happens today.
Yeah, it happens to everyone. I mean, even Jim, everyone else, everyone's been through it. I could just say that everyone who's tried to attain top has been through it. And so if you really wanted to like do something, I think that needs a nerf. Like, there's no way the game should say, okay, you're worse than the 1,000 people you just defeated just because you had one bad game. Like, that seems a little unfair.
True, bro.
So yeah, that was the one thing that I said that needed to be changed or like to see changed. It might happen.
The main thing they need to change, if they want to change something in the game, they should change a little bit from the rank system. And yeah, that's about systems. But if you want to go on the game inside, so there's a lot of stuff to change. So they need to fix the ledgers when you climb, you know when you climb and stuff.
So that's something that was there. One of the comments was like, please fix the ladders.
Yeah, please, they tried to fix it, but they made it worse.
Yeah, it is worse. I think it's kind of comical though. I thought it was that way on purpose because you just kind of walk up it. You don't really climb.
Exactly. Like you climb to the middle and then you drop down, and then you just climb again.
Facts.
It looks not professional. So
no, it doesn't look. It definitely fits in with like their goofy theme. Okay, so the biggest thing that everyone said, right? There's a million things said. So I pulled out like the top 5 and like I wrote them down. We got a little cheat sheet. The biggest thing they said was a new map. And there was speculation, like some people said they wanted a space, like that could be crazy, and kind of wonky going out of space. Some suggested something like rural Japan, so you'd have these huge temples, and then you could bring in melee swords, samurai swords, kunai. You could even do more samuraistic firework rituals, someone was exclaiming. Some said knights, go into like Old England, and you could have castles and ruins. One suggested doing Rome and doing Colosseums. Like, these guys really put in some thoughts in these new maps, and I can't say that I would be mad if they had one of these.
Yeah, new map. Just a new map.
Just any kind of map at this point. Like,
I would say, like, whatever fantasy, whatever. They just, like, something interesting for people, because they just changed the map, they made a new map, so they just put some stuff in it. Hey, little trees, little grass, little colors, go for it, guys. It's like, it's not the best. So like, just don't go like they don't need to base it like 1945.
Right.
Plus in the past. Just make some fantasy stuff, some fun stuff inside, and yeah, that's a good idea.
Jacob said, "Trues, the ladders kill more people than players, and I just want a Lego version of Nuketown." I don't think that's gonna happen. I can rule out a Lego version of Nuketown. I don't think that one's coming.
That would be fair, yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be crazy. I can say, what's up, Mr. Cheeks? What's up, baby? I can say for a fact, and it's gonna piss people off. We're gonna get one new submachine gun. I don't know everything about it, but I know it's probably gonna be broke. And I know we're gonna get one more sniper rifle. And apparently this sniper rifle is not gonna be as powerful as the PZB and the PTRS.
Okay.
But according to my source, it will actually make people want to use snipers, which I think everyone can agree that snipers are kind of hit and miss, especially on PC. They're maybe great in the beginning when you have no armor, but they're not really good, mid-game to late game.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. Vixen said, what the streamer man said? Buy all the merchandise. Yeah, Vixen's my merchandise supporter. Okay, so we have ranked. We know the people want new maps. I want new maps. I think everyone wants new maps. We know we want new guns. One guy suggested to have taking away the stamina for the running, and I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't. Everyone I've talked to said that's kind of staying because it.
What about stamina?
So
what you exactly said?
one guy wants to take it away so that you can sprint forever. There's a couple people who said that, but everyone I've talked to said no, we like that because you already have fast run and you already have the knee pads. So they said if we took away the stamina, it would completely break those items, right? Because you could just sprint super fast forever. So I can kind of see that, right? It's like the one hindrance. I can see that.
I don't think so. That would be fair, dude. I was running. I played today with two guys. I saw them on Twitch. So that was the guy who was like start few days ago stream and something like that. I just joined him a game.
Oh god.
Running like first game 12 kills melee, and I ran like second game 9 kills melee. It's totally not fun because when I got Hermes and Uber brand, so it's like I feel totally safe in the game. So I like, okay.
He's confident.
So that's why stamina, dude. It's important in the game.
I think it is too. I think you need it. You need it, right? It makes the game different, but it also. Ooh, do I have this?
Make it.
Ooh. But it makes it fair.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone said, and I've actually echoed this. I've never echoed this on stream or publicly, but talking out loud to like people that I play with, especially Ben, he knows. Some wanted to see animals in the game, and I think this would be actually really crazy. Like if you could, even if it was a ritual, you could spawn bears or wolves in the game. I think that would be crazy.
Hold on a second. You see the zombies, how they walk and how they jump on you. They are totally buggy and glitchy. So how it is with the animals?
Well,
like, even the zombies, even if you try to melee him, he will jump on you.
So
weird. You know what I mean? Like. If
they
even
could,
that's they didn't fix it, so you know what I mean.
That's true, but they could do like Call of Duty where they have dogs or something.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And then that actually came into one guy was like he had a beast character for his character. He said propose a new character, and his ability is that he uses either nature or he uses animals. So you could like send forth a swarm of birds against somebody or a pack of wolves. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's pretty wonky. Like, yeah. If you could send animals at people, I mean, I don't know how you'd go against like Vixen, or not Vixen, what's her name? I already forgot her name, I haven't played for so long. Valentine, I'm sorry, not Vixen. I'm gonna run so fucking fast. Someone said raccoons and sharks. Yeah, because we have the water. Oh god, the beast. Yeah, see, the beast sound already scares people, right? Even though they've kind of tried to tone it down. But can you imagine if I don't know, like you're using Annie and a whole pack of wolves or like a whole grizzly bear comes out? That'd be pretty cool. I could take that.
Actually, Clyde is super loud when he goes beast mode. Like he's the weakest. My opinion is the weakest character in the game.
Ooh.
And loud, like when you're reloading and doing any stuff, like he's just making noise around. They need to often like make him a little bit stronger.
So there was the last patch they gave him a little bit more health and they reduced his startup to go into beast mode. It took like 3 seconds or 5 before, and now it takes like 2. But I agree.
Oh, okay.
I think for console, and you guys can back me up in chat on this, I think for console, Beast is in a different meta. Beast is like top tier. It may be Valentine Viper now. Have you seen Shark Tales? Yeah, I have. And Piranhas. But I think Beast is really good on console. However, for PC, Annie and Viper and even Ocelot are kind of taking the top spots here. It's crazy to see that. But yeah, Beast is he's so much harder to use on PC, I feel, because I don't know, people are just, they respond to it faster. The sound's better, so you know exactly where he's at.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. Okay, so we covered the ranked, we covered the new weapons, we covered the animals, the castles. Oh, one guy said changing up the sounds. He mentioned different voice calls and different voice chat abilities, which I thought was cool. But then he said something that it took me a second to think about. He said a unique headshot sound. And I don't think we have one, right? When you shoot someone in the head, it kind of just sounds the same.
Actually, what you mean, like if he hear it, or you need to hear it when you shoot someone?
Well, like for instance, if you compare it to Call of Duty, right? Where if you shoot someone in Call of Duty, you hit the TTT, and then if you hit a headshot, you can really hear it. It's like it clicks metal, like ting or something that's a little bit more rewarding.
Okay, gotcha.
So someone was like, can we bring that into Cuisine Royale? And because sniping and other stuff is kind of, you're either shooting, in my opinion, in Cuisine Royale, you're either meleeing and you're fighting really up close, or you're fighting so far away, right? You've got so much distance between you, and you're trying to like really figure out the best angle on each other. And then you're using, rituals to bounce around. It's almost like Fortnite without building. Like you're always trying to outposition each other. So yeah, I think that would be crazy to have. Like I think that would really help.
Like on Apex Legends, the best, the most thing makes me excited. 2.5 years ago was like when you kill someone and you hear the sound when he knock and when you finish.
Exactly, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. That makes kind of addiction.
Exactly, right? It's those cues, and I've noticed it's the same thing for me in like RPG type games. Like if you've played any kind of progression game and you get like the legendary loot, and it's like a astounding sound, like just poof, and you feel completed. You're like, yeah. Or like even the old Call of Duty days where you leveled up and you had like this screaming, just explosive music, and you're like, oh my god, like this feels so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah, but with a headshot, that's really important. Like really, really nice idea. One thing, I have one issue. It's like when you play it when you're in the game, so you get an invite from someone. Okay?
Yeah.
So you don't even fucking see who's invite you, bro. Like you can't chat in the game. Like write someone in the game some message, or hey, I'm in the game now.
Yeah.
Or you don't get any message or stuff. It's like,
no.
If you don't have a like Discord or TeamSpeak or something, like you lost the connection because he can't wait, and he will start the game, and you finish the game and you wait for him, but he's in the game and you start the other game. So that's why without Discord doesn't work.
Yeah, that's really something that console excels at, that they've overlooked on PC, right? Because on console, you can just hit your Xbox button or your PlayStation button and send a message, hey, I'm in the game, or whatever, or even be in party chat. But unless you're in Discord, or maybe it's just someone you don't know, maybe they killed you or you killed them and then they send you a message or an invite, like you said, there's no way to be like, hey, give me a minute or anything. Especially if you only have one monitor, then you have to like find a way to exit out of something. Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just like let something in the game to
imagine riot shield.
You know what I mean? Like just so let people see if someone invite me. Who's the guy who invite me?
Yeah, like in the top right hand corner or left corner. I think that would be good. I'd be okay with that.
Is that deserve? I will leave the game and join him, or not deserve? Which guy? So you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'd be like, ooh, I'm gonna go offline. I don't want to play with him. You don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. Adding on to ranked, one guy suggested that he said, look, if you're gonna keep ranked the way it is, and poof, not playing for a couple months has not been good to me. I've dropped from 150 to 757. But he suggested that like the top 25 either get some kind of reward, because it's so hard. He said get some kind of title. So like in the game, instead of having the little cuisine hat, maybe you just have a little title above your name. So like, Cuisine Royale Chef could be the top 25 people, and then so on and so forth, to make the leaderboards more, I don't know, attractive. I mean, because there's no reason other than bragging rights to be on top of the leaderboard for now, as far as I know, right? No one gets any special monies or anything like that. It's just kind of bragging rights. And it's a hard bragging right. Like, if you wonder why people sweat, especially streamers, and they get frustrated, it's really difficult to rank up in that ranked mode.
Yeah, and it's super easy to stream snipe in the game, so it's like the easiest game in the world to stream snipe people.
Oh yeah. The only thing that kind of puts a buffer between this and stream sniping is that you respawn right away onto the map. So they'll know your general location, but it's not like most games where they can jump where you're jumping, or they can kind of follow you. So you do have like a little buffer. Just a little, but I agree. You can be I've been steam sniped in this game, and I'm not even that popular, so it is pretty crazy to see.
It is really ridiculous because, like, you need to start. You don't even need to start at the same time. You can start like after 5 seconds, or after 10 seconds maybe.
Right.
At the same lobby.
Right, because I don't know how you would do it on PC. I guess you'd have to like close the app or put your OBS over here or something to like block it, and that's frustrating. Like, if you have to do like this every time and like wait 5 seconds and then go back, that's kind of annoying.
Yep.
Someone said that we have instead of buffing these types of rituals that no one uses, trying to make them more viable. And what he meant by that was there's one ritual in like the landmine ritual that blows up cars if they drive over it. But not that many people, especially in solos, are driving cars. So he suggested add more vehicles. He said, we're in the 1940s, why don't we have a motorcycle with a side cart or something like that?
That's great. Dude, that's fun. Yeah. With motorcycle stuff.
Yeah, motorcycles. Of course, one guy said he wants tanks, and another one said they want planes. I think that's getting a little ridiculous. But it would be kind of cool to see, I guess. Like, if they weren't moving, I feel like that would just break the game.
Yeah, to be honest, if they would
Johnny
add
Cash.
tanks and such a stuff, they would not. That's my opinion. That would be not a really good idea, because it's about fight 1v1 or 4v4. It's like not about fight cars against cars or car against some people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think if they do that, it's going to turn into H1Z1, where everyone has a car and then you're in a final circle. But I mean, the maps are different, but still, it's going to be like 30-40 cars in the smallest circle with only 30-40 people left. I think it's going to be a little bit more campy. So I don't want to see that personally, but if they add it, they add it.
Maybe a car with a MG, like with an MG with limited bullets or something like that.
So yeah, that could be good. Yeah, because there were those back in the 1940s, 50s. I mean, I just kind of like, and they already have those kind of Jeeps. Just slap an MG on there. Maybe it does, no damage really. It just,
yeah, exactly. Make it less than it is, like this damage, and put some MG on cars.
Yeah.
That's it.
This guy said tricycles and rollerblades. I don't know if they're gonna add rollerblades and tricycles. It would be kind of funny to see though, like Saul, little guy on a little tricycle.
System.
I mean,
fix some stuff in the game.
It is kind of. I mean, you have like, you have Beast, who's a gangster. Then you have this army girl. You have this kind of ancient man, I guess you want to call it. Then you have a Norse mythology god. And then you have a biker chick. So you have like really random independent women and men.
True.
They're just really, there's no like real theme.
No, compared, they mix everything.
Yeah, everything's mixed. An alien character. Yeah, see, that would be baller, right? Just take an alien character, take us into space, give me a samurai who cuts people with a melee or something. Some cowboys versus aliens, see? Perfect, and that'd be a perfect prelude. Look at the marketing, Otto. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd like to see that. Yeah, and then you could do little pew-pews, you could do space weaponry. They could do so many things with this game. Yeah, samurais and knights. They could do so much because they're not like Apex. Well, I say Fortnite, But Fortnite's done everything, so I mean, they could brand it to people, but I don't think a lot of people are taking it serious.
Do you know the second season on Apex Legend was the character from Lifeline, the alien character? Did you
Yeah.
saw that? That's
yeah.
insane. Like if they do something like that with something in the head, like alien stuff, that would be
They
crazy.
could do a robotic character. That would be pretty funny. I mean, that would be kind of nice. I don't know what he or she or it would do, but they could add a robotic character. I'd be alright with that. Like, make him, like, really small, though. Like, I want him to be, like, really small and, like, really chubby. Like, because all these guys are ripped. Even this lady, even the ladies are in pretty good shape. Like, I want to see, like, a really huge, big character, right? Like, maybe he has more health, and so that's why his hitbox is bigger. Or he gains more protections, like, he becomes a turtle shell. I don't know. But I'd like to see, like, just a huge, just blob character. Who, like, rolls down hills.
Maybe the same power, but like different ability and different. It looks different and a new map for the new character. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they could do that, right? Like, they did this lady who has these powers, but instead of doing a new map, they just, like I don't know, a bad writer. They're like, oh, well, there's a black sun, and so that's where she comes from. Like, they said she was part of a biker gang or something. I mean, they could make a city map, like a metropolis, and have her bar and everything laid out. So that would be something that would really tie in. I mean, they could do that. They could go to Thor. They could go up in the sky, do like a Valhalla. Clyde, he's also a gangster. They could do a city. I mean, there's all kinds of things they could do. I just hope they do something. I hope that this game just doesn't dry up, you know?
Yeah, I hope too, because I was last times a lot like I thought a lot to change play some other game, but yeah, today I had some rounds that was really fun.
The only
I wish they fixed a lot.
I think it goes back again. You're right. Either they keep ranked as fearless and dauntless and hard as it is, and make a separate, just normal mode, so people can just go in, test out new rituals, have fun, not worry about rank. Or they definitely need to change the point system and rank to something that's more viable for new players and for players who want to be number one without having to spend 10 weeks grinding for first place and then so afraid that if they don't get second place, they're going to be down, 6 days worth of work. That's what I think needs to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They get closer. You can dash out.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Or I'll just do that.
Oh,
you baby boy. Oh my lord, what was that? Did you throw a grenade? Did you blink in there, throw a grenade, and then get out?
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, baby! We won, Hardware! Hardware carried me to victory!
No, you can't. I guess it's not.